Morning children, welcome back to your next English class, and this is your Nupur ma'am, and I'm coming back with your grammar work that is running the structure of sentences, and till here the object it was done, right? And I have given so many practice work on those, and after that there are something more, that enlargement of the object. As you have read about the enlargement of the subject, right? Just like that you will get the object word. Okay, I hope you remember about the subject word, right? So same you will get object word, and an object word may have like the subject word and attribute, right? You remember about the attribute. So see the examples. We plucked red roses. You can see we the subject, plug is a verb, and red roses, this is object, right? Roses are the object, and red, this is also included in the object, but this is a extra word, that is attribute, right? Means object word. You remember about the subject word, right? Still in the same sentence, next sentence, I met Raman's father. I is a subject, mate is a verb. Raman's father, you can understand father is a object, so what is Raman's? It is also included in the object, and it is the object word, means attribute, right? So like this you have to find out. You can, all these examples are written, and the red colored words are attribute. Okay, see here, subject word, next the subject, and we definitely get in the subject also, you will get that the subject word. Suppose the policeman caught the wandering beggars. You can understand there is policeman is the subject, so the is a subject word, means attribute, right? Sorry, policeman is a subject word and the is the attribute, right? Next, caught is a verb, then the wandering beggars. See here you will get the answer very properly. See, subject word, attribute, verb, object, attribute. Okay, see, policeman, subject word, the attribute, caught in the verb portion, beggars, this is the object, and the wandering, both are attributes. Okay, similarly we'll get more examples, and it will be noticed that enlargement of the object is an adjective. See in the first sentence, enlargement of the object is a red, means it is adjective. Next, Ramans, you can understand enlargement of the object is a noun in the positive case, right? So there are all examples you can see in your grammar book. Next, I'm going to the next part, direct and indirect parts. Direct and indirect objects, right? Sometimes the transitive verb in the predicate takes two objects. One object shows the person for whom something is done, or to whom something is said or given. The other object shows what is done, said, or given to the person. Right? What is written there? Transitive verb, you remember, and in transitive verb we will get the predicate in the predicate portion, and that takes two objects. Okay, first object, second object. One object shows what? The person for whom something is done. One object is shown for the person for whom something is done, or to whom something is said or given. Means for him something has to be done, or something has to be said, or something has to be given. And the other object shows what is done or said or given. Means one object shows what for the person for whom that is done, and another object that shows what is done for that person. I hope you understand, right? See, the object showing the person for whom something is done or to whom something is said or given is called the indirect object. Indirect or indirect object. Okay, the object showing what is done or said or given to the person, that is called direct object. Okay, the person for whom something done or something told or something given, that is indirect object. But the person means object, what is showing the what is the what is done by that person to that person, what is done by that person, what is given to that person, what is said by that person, that is direct object or direct object. Okay, see, now examine the predicates in the following sentences. See, the teacher have Harry a prize. Sorry, the teacher gave Harry a prize. Next, he told us a story. He showed Mary a picture. Okay, see here. Subject verb, verb, indirect object, direct object. Okay, first, what is there? The person for whom something is done. So, sorry, in the object portion you have to find out. The teacher gave Harry a prize. Harry is a person, it is an object, right? For whom it is done, Harry, you are getting an indirect object. See here, the teacher subject verb, gave verb, indirect object Harry, and direct object a prize. Why it is a direct object? Harry, sorry, it is a prize because this is done. The teacher gave Harry a prize. He is giving whom? The person for whom it is done, Harry. But what is done? What is given? A prize. That is direct object. I hope you can understand. Next, he told us a story. He told whom? The person, us. This is indirect object. And what was told? A story. This is direct object. See in the next portion. He is a subject verb, told is a verb, us indirect object, a story direct object. Next, he showed Mary a picture. He is a subject word, showed is a verb, Mary is an indirect object. Why? It is a person for whom it is done, or for whom it is showing. And what is showing? A picture in the direct portion, right? So now I think you can understand which is a direct object, which is an indirect object, and if I will give you some sentences, you can find out, right? Okay. Next, the complement. What is complement? See here. When the verb in the predicate is an intransitive verb, intransitive means you are not getting an object directly. If you are questioning to the predicate, if it requires an object to complete its sense, that means it is transitive verb, right? And intransitive verb, just opposite of the transitive, sure. It can make complete sense by itself. Okay, when the verb in the predicate in the intransitive verb, it can make complete sense by the itself, means verb is making the complete sense by itself. There is no needed of any object, right? But sometimes a verb in the predicate is an intransitive verb that requires an additional word or words to complete its meaning. Intransitive verb that requires an additional word or words to complete its meaning. Just the sky grew dark, right? So, but sometimes a verb in the predicate in an intransitive verb that requires an additional word or words to complete its meaning. Just like the sky grew dark, right? So we are going to the next page. See here, you will get it. You will get the meaning. You will get the meaning to understand very properly. See, if we merely say the sky grew. Okay, the last sentence. It is told about the last sentence. The sky grew dark. Okay. Now see, if we say the sky grew, the words do not make complete sense. The sky grew. Grew is a verb, but it can't give the complete sense to the sentence. Grew is an intransitive verb. You can understand because when you are questioning to the verb, there is no answer, means no object. So that means it is intransitive verb. And requires some word, means dark, to complete its meaning. Okay, such a verb is called a verb of incomplete predication. Such a verb is called a verb of incomplete predication. What is required to complete the predicate? It's called a complement. Now you got what is complement? It is the required word, dark. If you are giving this word to this sentence, then it's giving a complete sense to the sentence, and it is completing the predicate portion. What is required to complete the predicate is called a complement. Suppose you are giving some words to sometime you are adding some word to the predicate portion, and it is completing the predicate portion, then it is a complement. A complement that refers to the subject of the verb is called a subjective complement. Suppose a complement that refers to the subject of the verb, that is called subjective complement. See the examples. Examine the predicates in the following sentences. Advani is a doctor. The earth is round. Your brother is here. This book is of great use. It is I. The woman seems worried. This house is to let. A subject part. Advani. Advani is a subject part. There is no attribute. This verb is complement a doctor. Okay, because you are giving this complement portion to the predicate, and then it is giving a complete sense to the sentence, and also it is completing the predicate portion. Next, it is a subject word. There is no attribute. Verb is a subject. It is I. Complement. So there are so examples. Okay, you will get it. See, first sentence, a complement is a noun. Second sentence, complement is a pronoun. Third sentence, complement is an adjective. Is an adjective. Next, audit. Audit you can understand past participle form, right? Next, here, adverb. Next, too late. Infinitive. I hope you remember infinitive. Of great use. You can understand. See, question number 7 means sentence number 7. The complement is a group of words doing the work of an adjective. Right? So there are some examples. You just see this portion and see these examples. You will get the answer, and you can understand it very clearly. See here, we called her Pinky. Okay, see this portion. We is a subject word, no attribute. Called is a verb. Her, object. Pinky is a complement because it is an extra word that is adding to the predicate portion with the object, right, to give it a more complete sense, right? That is why it is complement. So these are the examples, and there are some examples. If you can, please do this work in your copy. Okay, always I will give you some practice work on this. Okay, so today I just complete this chapter. Please try to understand. If you have any problem anywhere, you can ask me in comment box. Okay, thank you so much. Bye bye.